2 in the All continues with a doubleheader from the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena on the Six Nations of the Grand River Reservation as the defending champion Whitby Steelhawks take on the Paris Riverwolves. Lance Wynn working alongside JVI Production, starting goalies for the Steelhawks. It'll be the veteran Lucas Coote, and at the other end, another veteran in Chase Cosgrove for the Riverwolves. Officials for today's game, another top-notch crew. Joel Firmhand Furman is the crew chief. His partners are Seb Bedoin and Delaney Dupont. Head coaches for the Steelhawks in his rookie season, Ryan Duggarden. His assistant is Brad Reed. And for Paris, a familiar face in Jamie Dubrick. He's joined by his assistants, Jason Clark, and, of course, Chris Driscoll, who will be on the bench today. And as these two teams come in, of course, the Steelhawks winners last week, 16-8 over Toronto to pick up their first win of the season. The Riverwolves, they are playing their first of the season here on week 2, and we're about to get set. And two of the best draw men in the league, and Matt Boissonneau taking on Brett Hansor as they battle for it right now. It's picked up, and the Riverwolves, deep in their own end, will go to work first on offense. It's Dari Newbro. He'll look to flip. The rest of the offense will get settled for Paris as they go to work now. Noah Simonelli out there with the ball now. Curtis Woodland. Keep an eye on him on that left side. Goes to the overhand. That's up and over the net. Scooped up. And now the Steelhawks, an errant pass, will give it right back to the Riverwolves. Scooped up and back the other way. Riverwolves will set it up with Simonelli. Patrick Morrow out there doing a good job. They'll go to work now on the right side. Looking for something. That shot right on, and a good one from Jackman Schooley. Welcome to the Arenalacrosseleague, and that one's picked up. And here come the Steelhawks now on offense for real. That shot right on. That was Brady Kiernan that took that last shot, and Whitby now will work it back. And if you're going to keep an eye on someone in Whitby, got to keep an eye on Devin Pfeiffer, one of the Fife crew, as he's working it right now. Got the screen, work it half boards left side. Kiernan dumps it back down, and too much going on through the crease of the call, and possession will go up the other way, and in a hurry. Wasting no time at all is Nick Ellerton. That shot right on. So Lucas Coote has been tested. Transition now chance for the Steelhawks. Thinking better of it and peeling out is Robert Morgan. Trying to hang on to that ball now is Tyler Goodchild. So if you recognize anyone, as Cole Hanrahan now made the move from Peterborough to the Whitby Steelhawks, working it, and his pass played Karam nicely by Goodchild, and he'll look to step into one, misses the far corner. Shot clock winds down. It'll be possession to the Riverwolves. Coming in, we figured that this game, two evenly matched teams, and of course, with the turnaround, both teams, a lot of change in personnel. So the first look that we get at these Riverwolves here. They'll swing it around, work that right side. Right side heavy right now. Out there as well is Caden Merritt. That ball, good defense, and it's Liam Osborne, the spark plug for the defending champs. Osborne weaving in and out, looks for the flip. Osborne takes a shot. That one wide of the mark. So a good job by Cosgrove to cut down that angle. And now Boissonneau will flip it, and Pfeiffer will slow it down. Wrong stick side. He'll look to bounce in. Reset to 20, now down to 10. Kick it to Osborne. Osborne one-on-one. He'll roll to the net. Gets double teamed. They close that off, and he gets taken into the crease. And that's going to be good defensive stance by the Riverwolves, and they have possession now in the offensive end. Andrew Ribka will flip and retreat. He'll give way now to Cayman Diabo. That shot right on. Again, good job, and that pass, though, errant from Pfeiffer, will give it right back to the Riverwolves. Welcome back to the Arenalacrosseleague, Jake Smith, as he is back in the familiar uniform of the Riverwolves. Nick Ellerton will flip and retreat now, and to work goes Schooley. Schooley with a defender on him. Tries to turn the corner, but like glue is DeBrone, and we're going to have our first penalty of the game, and it's going to go to the Steelhawks as shot clock winds down, and it's going to be a holding call. So the first power play of this game is going to belong to the Riverwolves. And it looks like it's going to be Schooley, the guilty part. Sorry, DeBrone, the guilty party. So Paris now, their first look with a man advantage. So Curtis Woodland's at the top. He is the quarterback. Big Andy Campbell slid down left side crease. Looking to work that in. Simonelli on that right side. That shot steered aside by Coote. Picked up. And reset by Diabo. No-look pass right in the pocket there. Good job defensively to jump out. 10 on the shot clock. Simonelli going to have to hurry. Dumps that across looking for Campbell. Boissonneau in there. Of course, mixing things up. He comes away with it. Steelhawks, one quick pass over the timeline, and now they'll wait. Cody Hamley taking on a more important leadership role for this Steelhawks team. That one goes over. That's an over and back call. Possession to Paris. Looking to take that and take advantage. Dawson Brown, but good double team by the Steelhawks. Close that off. 10 minutes to go here, first quarter. This, of course, the first of two. Oshawa against Six Nations to follow this one. Stepping in, trying to change the angle was Merritt. Going to have to be good to beat Coote. Going to have to be good to beat Cosgrove. On the run. Chance here right on Cosgrove, standing tall. John Weller with a golden opportunity, not able to do much. Bergsma with a burst of speed. Kicks it across. Campbell diving. Picks the top corner, but no goal. Crease the call, and it'll go up the other way. Morgan, he'll think better of it. Let the offense take over. Owen Orpana, and he gets double teamed, and Orpana was fantastic in his debut. 2-on-2, that's a tough pass to make, and probably ill-advised from Ellerton. But Paris comes away with a chance here. And I think what happened, Connor Scott may have worked himself right out of a scoring opportunity. It's Osborne. He ducks into one. He'll draw a high stick, and no one does it better than the captain of the Steelhawks in Osborne, drawing penalties and putting the pressure on the defense. Shot clock at 15 right now. Hanrahan lets it go. That's up and out of play, so a good shot, better save, and with 8.5 to go. Paris 0 for 1 in the power play. First power play opportunity of the game. So illegal cross-check the call on Connor Scott. And now we'll get our first look at the Whitby power play with, like I said, just over 8.5 to go. So Kiernan at the top of this power play. Pfeiffer on that right side. Osborne behind the net right now, surveying. Kick it back out. Pfeiffer had a notion. Kiernan, sidearm, well wide of the mark. That's going to be a violation. Possession belongs to Paris. That's the risk you take when you take those shots from well outside that dotted half circle. Tough to get the offensive rebound. So Paris will look to burn some clock with their man short unit. Woodland out there along with Schooley. Going to work now is Diabo. Simonelli dumps it off. Woodland gets chased back. They'll work it. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. 10. Schooley high, trying to elude a couple defenders, going for a little run. He'll just roll it back. Good job in killing that 30. Under 1:10 now in the power play. So here come the Steelhawks with the same unit out there, and they'll work things with Tyler Goodchild on the left side. Kiernan, Pfeiffer, everyone gets a touch. Osborne parks himself on the interchange. Chance here. Goodchild, good save by Cosgrove. He'll scoop that up. Look for an outlet and air it out, but that's going to be knocked down. Kiernan, Osborne. And Osborne will slow it up. 35 seconds left in the man advantage. That shot, good offensive board. Orpana in the mix. Pfeiffer well over the net. Good job scooping to Karam. Kiernan, he's going to try it. Saved by Cosgrove. Moving well today. He's on his game. Good job of smothering that loose ball, and with just 10 seconds left in the penalty, a chance here for the Riverwolves to kill it. Hansor. And a good job to keep it over the line by Newborough, but it's tapped back the other way. Morgan, he's going to run it down, and we're going to have a too many men on the floor as the call. So I think it's going to go against the Steelhawks, and with 6:21 to go in this first quarter, we'll take our first officials timeout. Told you don't write on my sheet. Set to go here. Second power play opportunity for these Riverwolves. Usual suspects out there, as it'll be Woodland one more time. He's got Simonelli with him. Tough one there, and it's scooped up, and now a chance for Cody Hamley. Hamley on the run, tucks it in, twister, wide of the mark. So good job defensively to create enough disruption by Simonelli. Woodland will work it to the left side. Merritt out there. That shot will go up and out of play. We'll stay right here for a fresh 20. So that, of course, one of the changes in the Arenalacrosseleague. 30-second, 20-second shot clock. Woodland goes to the bounce. That right up under the mask of Coot. Great save there. And Hamley now in the basket. Has drawn a crowd. Good job defensively by the Riverwolves to get back. And now Hanrahan. He's going to work it to that right side. Get chased back, kick it back out. Slowing it down is Aston. Nothing doing there. Battle going. Hanrahan fights for it. Shot clock winding down. And possession belongs to the Riverwolves. And Drake Smith stumbles, but a good job there. Great move to elude a defender in Diabo. And he'll settle it up. We're under 5 minutes to go here, first quarter. 25 seconds left in a man advantage. Simonelli had a notion in the gap. That one from way out. Coop does the splits, makes a great save. Given right back, so careless by the Steelhawks and the bouncer, so making them pay was Cayman Diabo. And he picks up the first goal of this game, Riverhawks, with a 1-0 lead. So a power play marker, costly turnover by the Steelhawks, and in a blink of an eye, it's turned around and in the back of the net. So give the Riverwolves some credit, taking advantage of their opportunities, and they've been few and far between up to this point. We are at the 4.5-minute mark. Off the draw. Riverwolves get it. A couple hard hits, but right at the letters, so nothing dirty there. All clean. Nate Woods. He'll get chased out. Backhand pass. Good job. Good hands to handle that. Good child. They'll work it half boards left side. Slipped across. Pfeiffer dumps it back off. Good job to close that off, and I tell you, that defense of the Riverwolves, although they will get a penalty, diving stop by Cosgrove. So Riverwolves will return the favor. And that looks like it's going to be Connor Scott. So an illegal cross-checking call will give the Steelhawks their second power play opportunity, and with just under 4 minutes to go, a chance to pull even here. This game has gone end to end, as expected. So Kiernan's going to be at the top. You've got Osborne again and Pfeiffer on that right side. Goodchild on the left. Bouncer from Pfeiffer, wide of the mark. Ball's going to carry him up. Picked up. Good job to run under it by Goodchild. 10 on the shot clock. No look pass across. Kip back to the middle. Overhand, right on target. Cosgrove sticks to him, and he'll send a bouncer, and they'll have to move it up over the timeline, and they do. So good job by the Riverwolves now, under 1.5 to go, and it's Ellerton. Ellerton does a good job to elude it. Double team, though, as Schooley gets knocked off the ball and back with numbers. 3-on-2 for the Steelhawks. That shot well wide of the mark. Kiernan does a good job to run it down, and they'll set it up now, swinging across to the Fife dog on the right. Aston also on that shot, try to change the angle, rebound loose, dotted half circle, kicked out, 5 on the shot clock. Got to go now. Overhand rung off the pipe. So that'll be a fresh 20. And just 40 seconds left in a man advantage. Quick stick sidearm, well wide. 8 on the shot clock. Fife's got to go to work. Inside, in tight, off the post. But this time it's Newbro. Going to try to turn it up. Got a man with him. Dari Newbro, wrong stick side. Goes to the shot, easy save for Coote. And now the Steelhawks will try to take one final advantage. 15 seconds left in the power play. Kiernan, they'll be deliberate here. They may let this one wind down and then go to work. Big overhand coming there on a good shot by Owen Boyle. Glad to have him back out on the carpet. Good job of tracking down that offensive rebound. We're all even again, 5-on-5. Minute 45 to go here, first quarter. 1-0 the score. That shot wide of the mark. Rebound picked up, and what a save by Cosgrove. Oh my, keeping his team in it, keeping the shutout alive. Riverwolves now with Drake Smith. Simonelli will set it up on the right. Campbell will flash through. Campbell, wrong stick side, ran out of room, thought better of it, trying to work his way back. Coming strong on the curl, gets a shot, rebound. Beautiful job by Noah Simonelli, parked right on the doorstep. So Andy Campbell give him the assist on that. Simonelli will pick up the goal, his first of the season. And that will up the Paris lead now to 2-0 with 1:14 to go. And Whitby's 16-8 win against Toronto. Whitby really looked like there was no difference between the defending champs and this new roster. They pretty much have probably about a half of their roster has changed, as it always is. Paris the same way. They've lost a couple players, in particular their captain last year, Kyle Dawson. Want to send a shout out to him, of course. Malcolm Ford gone. So a new look Paris team, and Hansor going to try to run that down. We're into the final minute. Riverwolves into the offensive end. And they'll settle it down with Ribka. Campbell almost got caught napping as DeBrone all over him. Flip back, swing around, Simonelli. Big shot from Woodland and rebound. Simonelli, and that one right on. So Coote had to be up to the task there, and he was. And now it'll get moved up Steelhawks, Eddie Fareed. Final 15 seconds. Net empty for the extra attacker. Whitby's going to take this final shot. They go to work right side. Kierman dumps it back. Kick over left side. Spin move. Twister. Nothing doing. Cosgrove closed off. Time's going to wind down. 15 in the books. 2-0 Riverwolves. Stick around. We'll be back with the second quarter. Set to go here for second quarter action from the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena on the Six Nations of the Grand River Reservation. The first of two. This one, of course, the Whitby Steelhawks defending Arenalacrosseleague champions taking on the Paris Riverwolves. Following this one, 4 p.m. start, it'll be the Oshawa Outlaws against the Six Nations Snipers. Yesterday, it was the Toronto Monarchs picking up their first win, 13-9 over the Oswego Bears. As week 2 in full effect here. Whitby with the first possession of this second quarter. Hanrahan dancing around on that right side. Skips the corner, kicks it back out. 10 on the shot clock. Pfeiffer has an opening, dumps in Hanrahan. Couldn't get it cleanly. He'll run around, change direction, go for the dive. Good attempt, but Cosgrove had that closed off. And now Ellerton's going to jump on that loose ball. Back door, but that pass errant had Simonelli not able to connect. And now Weller will work it up. Pfeiffer, one-on-one. Fife gets the shot off, scores. So I've been waiting for that as Devin Pfeiffer, coming off an 8-point opening game, had a goal and 7 assists. Last week, picks up his second of the season. And more importantly, it puts a halt to that mini 2-goal run, and it's now a 2-1 game. Bergsma in that circle, flips it back to the Paris end, but it's scooped up. Steelhawks going to work and trying to tick a little something off was Morgan, and almost fooled Cosgrove, but not enough. Ellerton thinks better of the flip. Simonelli now, far boards. He'll look, good defense, chase back, kick it back out. And they'll work it to Merritt. Merritt trying to turn the corner. That underhand's knocked down. Tenacious defense, and that's going to be a penalty as the Riverwolves. And I don't think it's against Paris. It looks like it's going against Whitby. Looks like Nate Woods. So Nate Woods, the guilty party, will give Paris their third power play opportunity of the game. They're 1 for 2. And now Woodland will spearhead this attack. They've gone to work, but Whitby has done a good job to close things off, keeping the box nice and tight and forcing the shots from well outside. Woodland missing. Merritt picks it up, moving in closer behind the net. Campbell! That is a dunk and a half. Andy Campbell, the big man, rattling the cage there for his first of the season. Second power play goal for the Riverwolves. And the big man having an impact here early on. It's 3-1 Paris. Tell you, Campbell was going to make sure that that ball went in, that's for sure. So back in that face-off circle for the Steelhawks is Matt Boissonneau, and 2 of the 3 goals for Paris coming courtesy of the power play, and now Osborne going to duck in. Osborne goes airborne but missed the net, and it's picked up, and here come the Riverwolves. Ribka gets a step, and that's going to be a hit from behind, so Weller's going to go. Ball loose, and so I'm not quite sure Weller meant to do that, but that's no doubt a penalty. That'll be the 4th power play opportunity of this game for the Riverwolves. So an illegal cross check, and once again Whitby opening the door for these Riverwolves to pad this 2-goal lead. Just going to make sure, as crew chief Joel Furman having a bit of a conversation with Lucas Coote. Looked like it was a tad bit one-sided. And under 13 minutes to go, as we see, and it looks like slow to come off. The floor is Rybka. So he's going to head immediately to the locker room to get looked at. Woodland now is going to jumpstart the fourth power play opportunity for these Riverwolves. Merritt working on that left side with Campbell. Woodland working a backhand. Merritt tried to go top corner. Rebound picked up. No look down low. Campbell had it momentarily. 5 in the shot clock. Woodland goes to the overhand. Coote steers that aside. There'll be a fresh 20 for the Riverwolves. Campbell. Good fake. Kick out. Bouncer. Stopped by Coote. Picked up Boissonneau. Boissonneau's going to race over the timeline. Whitby has numbers. They go to the back door. It's Fight Dog. Diving Sorry Kierman and rings it off the crossbar, but Boissonneau there to collect the rebound. Just over a minute to go and a man short. Aston will wait, give it back, and they'll kill this last 5 seconds for rolling it in. That shot right on. Cosgrove had to make a good save on a good shot from Braden McGregor. And now Paris will move it up over the timeline. Drake Smith. Kick it across. Simonelli will stop, wait for the rest of the offense. They'll work this last 40 seconds here. Woodland's going to stay slid down on that left crease. Interchange, bouncer, stopped by Coote. Outlet, leaking out. Coote on the money with the pass. Chance here now. Great save by Cosgrove. As Quinn Highland was in alone. Rebound picked up by the Steelhawks. They'll pump it back out and kill the remaining 15 seconds here. So some good job, good opportunities at both ends, but both goaltenders doing the job here. So they go with the 20 reset. It wasn't fully, it was reset to 30 and not 20, so good manual count by the officials and Ellerton. Coming out late, Merritt goes off the crossbar. Rebound, Riverwolves. Penalty over, team's back to full strength. Andy Campbell underhand, stopped by Coote. Another leak out. Coote, again, one hopper, on the money. Weller waits for some help. That one gets knocked down on a good defensive effort from Connor Scott. And great work there by the Riverwolves. And coming out of that is Harrison Brooks. So Brooks doing a good job there. And he'll wait for the offense now, give way. Woodland. Closing in on the 10-minute mark here, first half. We are at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena on the Six Nations of the Grand River Reservation. Campbell, I think that was an underhand pass. I'm not quite sure that was a shot. And now the Steelhawks will collect and go to work on offense with Fareed. Pfeiffer out late, hits the trailer. Good roll, spin, goal! How about that? Talk to me now, Mr. Owen Boyle. Owen Boyle coming back had to miss last season with an injury. Always dedicated, works hard, and comes in, uses his size and his strength, and a big goal for the Steelhawks from an unlikely source, and it's a 3-2 game. Off the drop, Boissonneau, kick out, and Goodchild had a couple of notions there, didn't go with either, and they'll kick it back and reset it at the top with Fife Dog right side half boards. Pfeiffer one-on-one, looking for an opening. Give and go, twister, change up. We're all tied at 3. That was a beauty pass play. And when the Steelhawks go on a run, they certainly go on a run. So Cameron York picks up the goal. his first of the season, and back-to-back goals from the Steelhawks have knotted this thing up with 9:11 to go. First half. Off the draw, Steelhawks battling for it, and it's Pfeiffer. Has a path to the net. Pfeiffer changes the angle, goes sidearm, wide of the mark, rebound picked up, and there's going to be a slashing call for sure to the Riverwolves. That's going to allow Whitby to go on their third power play. And that was an easy call. Connor Scott again. That's the second time he's made that trip to the sin bin, and another opportunity now for the Steelhawks, who've already reeled off 2 straight. Chance here to take the lead. So Tyler Goodchild is going to quarterback this version of the power play. Osborne and Pfeiffer on that right side. They'll go left side, look for something. Pfeiffer, good shot right on, and finds that far corner. So the Fife dog barking again, his second of the game. First power play goal of the game for the Steelhawks, and they lead this one now 4-3. So you watch these Steelhawks, and they never really start off slow, but their game sort of elevates as it goes on. They get more and more comfortable and start executing better. I think if you're Paris, you have to move in a bit closer and up your shooting percentage by moving closer to that dotted half circle. Ellerton will slow it down. Riverwolves with possession here. Simonelli goes to that underhand, steered aside by Coote. Rebound picked up, and Merritt's going to settle things down, swinging across to the right. They'll work it again, and so some late changes in the defensive end, and it's costly. So diving and picking that far corner is Diabo, second of the game, and the Riverwolves answer and tie things at 4. So I'm not sure what happened personnel-wise with Whitby and why they would even think about making that change when the ball's deep in their own end. But they did, and Paris recognized, went to that weak spot down on the right crease and parked the tying goal. Exactly 8 minutes to go here, second quarter. Off the draw. Whitby had it and then lost it. And now it's picked up and moved up by Brown. Brown eludes a defender, kicks it out. Simonelli, he'll swing it around, and Ellerton will slow it down. They'll go back to Merritt. Merritt with some room. Missed the net. Campbell goes again underhand, right on. Ball loose in the corner, picked up. Riverwolves fight for it. Campbell's got it. Good flip pass, and Ellerton will slow it down. Pfeiffer behind, doesn't see him. Blind check. Back come the Steelhawks, 2-on-1. Fife dog on the right. Instead, a bouncer, 5-hole beauty. As Owen Orpana on the score sheet for the first time here, and it's a 5-4 game. So big transition goal from the Steelhawks, and just when you think you've got him on the ropes, Ellerton didn't see Pfeiffer coming from behind, and Pfeiffer took the stick right out of his hand and took it the other way. Well, for the first time, we see what looked like a traditional draw, and it's Osborne. 3-on-2. Osborne wide of the mark. That'll remain in the offensive end and collected. And the Steelhawks back to work now with under 7 minutes to go here. Looking to turn that corner. Bouncers off the post. And good job of accelerating and running under that by Goodchild, who read it perfectly, gets it down to Hanrahan. He'll work it behind the net. Cutters swarming around. They're filling that dotted half circle. Going to the twister flip, and Cosgrove closed that off. And now Kiernan's going to go for retaliation. And with 6:22, we'll have our officials timeout. We'll come back with the details after the dust settles and a quick break. So back after our officials timeout. It is a 5-minute high-sticking major. It does not come with a game misconduct to Kiernan, but lack of discipline there will give the Riverwolves now their 5th power play opportunity. They've already scored 2, courtesy the man advantage, and now to work again here. Steelhawks have some work to do here. 10 on the shot clock. Woodland looking to step into something. They swing it around. Simonelli down low. Bouncer stopped by Coote. So Coote put the stick between the wickets, closed that off. Now it's Boissonneau. He's going to get over the timeline and be in no hurry to do anything here, as they've got a long way to go to kill off this major. Boissonneau does a whole lot for this Steelhawks team. 8 on the shot clock. Trying to dodge a defender or two, but a good job of killing off 30, and Riverwolves now will leg it over with plenty of time in the power play. So Brown will sit this one out. Campbell will slide back into that left crease spot. Campbell right on target. Rebound picked up. Merritt reset to 20. Campbell. Woodland. Woodland again. Hasn't found his accuracy yet. Quick outlet pass. Almost in the basket and collected. Hamley's shot stopped though by Cosgrove. So a transition opportunity shorthanded by the Steelhawks, and Chase Cosgrove had to come up big again. Still a 5-4 game. Paris looking for the equalizer. Merritt, that underhand right on. Rebound, Campbell. Campbell go for the dunk. Campbell almost dunked another. That's going to be a crease call, and now the Steelhawks waste no time. Boissonneau could not get that, but he'll try to run it down. Instead, Cosgrove will collect it. Quick outlet pass, and on the move, here come the Riverwolves. Diabo. You look at this Riverwolves team and you see a lot of new faces, but got to remember, still on their roster, just not here today. You talk about weapons. Quick stick and Coote. Merritt on the reset 20. No Cole Spear, no Luke Robinson, no Jordan Durston. All goal scorers. That one, a beauty bounce. How about Diabo for his 3rd of the game as he uses the carpet to perfection into the top corner. 3rd power play marker. Ties this one up. And still 2 minutes, 12 seconds remaining in the man advantage for Paris. 3:34 left here in the first half. Just a reminder, stick around, be the first look we get at this year's version of last year's runners-up in the Oshawa Outlaws. They'll be taking on the Six Nations Snipers as the Snipers look for their first win of the season. Off the draw, pocketed by Osborne. Osborne, head up at all times, looking to attack. Bergsman to help. They try the double team, and they do a good job, but Osborne will collect it again. 15 on the shot clock. Weave around and close, trying to get a shot off. Again with the double team, strong with the stick. Still has it, gets a shot off, stopped by Cosgrove. Boissonneau will collect it for another 20. How about that? That's what captains do. And another chance here to work some clock. Orpana. He's going to try to draw the double team, does. Ellerton working him over. Rapana tried to go on to the short side, nothing doing. Bergsman now will bring it the other way with 1:20 left in the power play. Of course, Graham Bergsma, long time with the Oshawa Outlaws and long time standing player in the Arenalacrosseleague. Inside backhand, stopped by Coote, and he gobbles up that rebound and airs one out the length of the carpet. Cosgrove fishing, can't get it. Hamley will try to make the turn. Changes the angle, and what a save by Cosgrove as that got behind him, but not behind the goal line. Merritt now will work over the line as we inch toward the 2-minute warning here. Simonelli chased back out. 30 seconds left in the major. If Whitby can get away with surrendering just one goal, that'll be a victory. Angle change, nothing doing, taken down, and that's going to be follow through on the hit. Possession will stay right here with Paris. They should get a fresh 20, I believe. And they get a fresh 30. Merritt at the top here. Dying seconds now, the power play. Campbell zips it across on the skip. Tried to go up and over. Nothing doing there from Diabo. Woodland with room underhand looking at the top corner, but Coote closed it off. Major is over. Kiernan's going to stay right where he is and look for the leak out. They'll move it up. One pass into the zone. Woods. Dumps it off. We're into the final minute here, first half. Boyle had it stripped. Good job by Newbro. Quick transition. Brown couldn't handle that pass, wrong side. And he'll run under that. And Paris now will hold on to it and look for a good shot. Woodland. 40 seconds left. Campbell to the bouncer, changes it up. Another good save by Coote. Boissonneau on the move. Head man up. Osborne. Head down. Osborne to the net. Osborne! 5-hole. Ozzy doing his thing, and it's a 6-5 game. First of the game, second of the season for the Steelhawks captain. And with 29 seconds left, Whitby with a 1-goal advantage. So you look and see how valuable it was just giving up 1 goal on that 5-minute major and turning it around and regaining the lead when teams are 5-on-5 off the drop. Boissonneau, and that's a good job and a good call as Boissonneau was taken down early, and we're going to have a timeout called on the play. And we will let the whining take a rest. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. Welcome back. About to set the scenario here. 23.8 seconds left. Whitby with a 1-goal advantage here in the second quarter. Paris is going to leave the net empty in favor of the extra attacker. Expect them to let the clock wind all the way down and have the last shot. And here we go. So Schooley High is going to keep things up top and let that clock tick down. 15. Go to work probably at around 10. 10. To work they go. Started on the right side. Don't have a whole lot of time. 5. Got to go. Simonelli. Shot from way out wide of the mark and off the rafters with 0.6 seconds. And nothing you can do with that as they're just going to toss it down and wouldn't have made it in anyway. 30 entertaining minutes on the carpet here at the ILA in the book. 6-5. Steelhawks back with the third. Back here as we get set to resume action. Third quarter. Like to take a minute to send a special shout out to Tommy Beckett, of course, a man known around the lacrosse circles. Tommy has been struggling a bit with an illness, and we all collectively are together as one unit, the entire lacrosse community, to support him in his recovery. And we, of course, have Tommy at the arena today. We'll have him here all day, and we look forward to him returning, feeling better each and every time. So Tommy Beckett, keep up the fight. We're with you. We got you back. And, of course, back where you belong, in the arena. So wasting no time at all, looks like we'll have another penalty here early in the third, and looks like it's a too many men call, and looks like a holding call, and it's going to go to Tyler Goodchild. So back to the power play go the Riverwolves, 3 for 5. They really have utilized this to stay in this game, and they've done a really good job defensively to keep these Steelhawks in check. Anytime you can hold defending champs to just 6 goals in a half, you've done something. So a chance here now to pull even. So Simonelli out there. Of course, Woodlands slide back to the top now. Merritt out there as well, and Campbell on the left side. And they'll work the interchange. Swinging around. Campbell had a notion. Simonelli, that one goes off a defender, so no reset. 5 on the shot clock. Campbell, kick it out. Woodland has to let it go. Another block shot, this one by Hamley. So some great goaltending by the defenders of the Steelhawks, and now they'll look to move it up. 2-on-1. Hamley thought about it, he sure did, and then thought better of it, getting it to Morgan. Morgan now, he'll flip and retreat. Minute 10 to go in the power play, or man short if you're Whitby. Pfeiffer, burst of speed, bounces off a check, goes to the underhand. Cosgrove, who has put together a fine opening 30 minutes, as has Lucas Coote. In transition now, Riverwolves to the bounce. Coote closed that off perfectly. Not sure that was the best shot to take with 40-plus seconds left in the man advantage, but Steelhawks will jump all over that and look to burn some more time. Boissonneau, Kiernan. Kiernan will bounce out with 10 on the shot clock. Kick it way out. McGregor eludes one defender. Pfeiffer from out well outside. Good job of working the shot clock. Scooped up. Riverwolves now will have 20 seconds to work with Bergsma. Newbro runs under that one nicely, and they'll set here with 10 seconds to go. Not sure they're going to have a whole lot of time to take advantage. Whitby slow in getting their 4th player out there, as is Paris. Penalty over now. Team's back to full strength. 5 on the shot clock. Woodland, Simonelli will swing it around. Got to hurry here. That shot right on. Coote steers it aside. Rebound picked up by Whitby, and they'll move it up now. One pass to Weller. Weller has Hanrahan on the other side. Weller, Hanrahan, diving. Stop, though, by Cosgrove. Good rebound picked up. Back down again. Hanrahan goes down and in. Finishes it off through the 5-hole. Cole Hanrahan, his first goal in a Steelhawks uniform. It's 7-5. How about that effort from Handy Hanrahan? Didn't get the first one, went up top. Cosgrove stopped that. Got it right back, faked up top, and went downstairs. That's just what a goal scorer does. And a big one. And this matches the largest lead of the game, 7-5, Whitby. Off the draw, Goodchild battling for it with Ellerton. Boissonneau in there to back him up, knocks it through. Ellerton chases him down, and that's going to be a little too hands-on. We'll give possession back to the Steelhawks. Osborne. Work it behind the net. Hanrahan, Dipsy Doodle. Hanrahan has some room, kicks it back out, gets it back. Looking for the fake, has room on the run. That one stopped by Bergsma. And Bergsma now, a quick pass out. Brown will handle that and wait for some help. So Dawson Brown, of course, not to be mixed up with downtown Tyler Brown, as Dawson with the flip was looking for Woodland. Instead, Coote will pick it up and air it out. Highland on the move, sidearm, just steered aside, and I think Cosgrove got a piece of that from my vantage point, but the officials say no and give it to Paris. Now, if he touched that, it was slight, ever so slight, and certainly can't tell from my vantage point, although it is a very good one. That pass, ill-advised. Good job on the recovery. Kick over Campbell. Good hands to bring that in. Andy Campbell kicks it over. Tough care on the play. And a good job. Skip across. Woodland, that one a good save by Coote. Wrung off his helmet. And now that pass, going for it, almost picked off. But it's picked up, flipped, and it is picked off now, or knocked down, and Steelhawks regain possession. Fareed going to have a delayed penalty call. It's going to come to Paris. So the Steelhawks with 10 on the shot clock. Big underhand off the post, and that couldn't have hit the iron any more squarely on that shot from Kiernan, and possession still belongs to the Steelhawks. Delayed penalty. Delaney Dupont going to have to keep her hand up for a while here. Back to the top, swing across. Pfeiffer. He'll inch down. They'll kick it back out. He'll get it back again. Overhand right on. Cosgrove save. Finally, Ellerton touches it, and that will send the Steelhawks back to work on the power play. 1 for 3 in the first half. So they'll get another chance here to add to this 2-goal lead. Just over 10 minutes to play here, third quarter. This, of course, the first 2 from the ILA. Our second game will be the Oshawa Outlaws against the Six Nations Snipers. But in the meantime, between time, another power play. Osborne surveys, goes for the dunk, tried to slip it, 5-hole, but Cosgrove left that one right on the goal line. And now Paris will look to move it up. Good pass, Brown on the fly, chance here. Brown, far corner. Short-handed goal for the Riverwolves. So Dawson Brown takes a neat little outlet pass, doesn't break stride, and beats Coote low far side for his first of the game. So a short-handed marker given up by the defending champs. They don't do that too often, and the lead cut now to 7-6. Off the draw, Boissonneau trying to run it down. He does, keeps it in the offensive end, and a great job using his center of gravity to stay in the offensive end. Pfeiffer, slow it up. Still just under a minute and a half in the power play. Kierman, Pfeiffer overhand, he rings it off the iron. So boy, I tell you, the post getting a whole lot of work in this game. Kiernan kicked it out, and good child. That pass from Osborne is a violation, and we'll give it back to Paris with 1:08 left in the man short. Barrett's going to keep it on the half boards and be in no hurry to do a whole lot. He'll get worked over as Weller matched up against him. Diabo, he's had himself an outstanding game. 3 goals so far for these Riverwolves. Merritt. Too much bounce on that one, and easily handled by the Steelhawks, and Hamley will trot over the timeline, and they'll set it up. 30 seconds left in the man advantage. Kiernan has slid over to that left shooter spot. Almost got worked over, called for an interference, got away with that. Zipped across, opening sidearm finish. Nicely done, an excellent job of gapping that box by the Steelhawks, and they regain that 2-goal lead. Now it's 8-6. So Liam Aston comes in, fills in on that right shooter spot, does a good job to get in good position and waste no time with a quick release. So they get one and give one up with the man advantage. Do the Steelhawks. Team's now back to full strength. 8:25 to go here, third quarter. Off the draw. Possession to the Steelhawks. Looking for some room. Kick it back out. That pass almost knocked down. 8 on the shot clock. Twister try, and Cosgrove right where he should be. And now the Riverwolves will set things up. Simonelli. Kick out to Woodland. Woodland now will swing it across. Merritt work it to the big man Campbell. Campbell backhand try, but the coverage was too tight there. That's through the crease, and with 7.5 to go, that will take us to our officials' timeout. We'll take a quick break. Be right back. Back at it as the Steelhawks will look to increase their lead. Teams back to 5 aside. And what's been a very entertaining lacrosse game here, both these teams have put it out there. Pfeiffer will jumpstart the offense here and work it to the right. Get it back over, and they'll go to the left side. Good defense, chasing, weaving in, and getting a shot point blank was Cameron York. He's already got a goal in this game, but nothing doing, came up empty there. Ellerton, great job to get it over the timeline. He'll flip, and Schooley now will swing it. They'll work it half boards and then kick it across to the left. Merritt. Inside, out right off the logo. Easy one for Coote. Leak out, on the move, and on the money to Nate Woods. Nate Woods in alone. Woods scores! So Nate Woods. Transition goal for the Steelhawks. They are masters of that, and it's 9-6. So we talk a lot about how even these teams are 5-on-5, and what's the difference, what determines who comes away with the win. A lot of times it's the transition game, and if you've got good transition players, that's where you're most deadly. And Whitby, of course, putting on a clinic as far as that goes. Scott's taken down hard, picked up by Goodchild. And glad to have Six Nations head coach Darcy Palace in the house, sort of, until he says something. Then we'll have to boot him out. But he's got having a good hair day. His team, of course, set to go next against the Oshawa Outlaws. That shot stopped by Cosgrove. Chance now as Ellerton trying to bust out. Beat a defender, he does. He's going to roll it back, and Paris will set things up with 6 minutes to play here, third quarter. Simonelli. Can't find anyone. He'll wait. Trailing is Campbell. Campbell swinging across. They'll work the left side. Merritt with room. Simonelli plays the carom and buries the rebound. So how about that? Noah Simonelli read that perfectly. Able to get a favorable bounce and then park it far side on Lucas Coote for his second of the game. So a big goal for the Riverwolves. Close the gap now to 2 with 5:45 to go. Off the draw, flying in Steelhawks, and just a little too handy on that one. Possession belongs to Whitby. They'll skip it across to the Fife dog. He'll set things up here. He'll duck in, look for some help, kick it back out. Kiernan, and they'll work it. Delayed penalty coming to the Riverwolves. So just when they get a goal closer, they're looking to give it right back. 6 on the shot clock. Hanrahan going to race out, but it's going to get touched. And the Steelhawks are going to go on their 5th power play opportunity of the game. They're 2 for 4, and they've given up a short-handed marker. So a chance here to restore that 3-goal cushion. That's been the largest lead for either team. It was 2, 3 is the largest, and Whitby now will have a chance to match that. Of course, with that in mind, last time Whitby had a power play, they got one and gave up one. So usual suspects out there. Kiernan's going to work it. Pfeiffer ducks in, and that's where he's most dangerous. You talk about upping the percentage, getting that deep inside that dotted half circle, and the Fife dog shows you why. Devin Pfeiffer with his 3rd of the game. 3rd power play goal of the game for Whitby, and it's 10-7. So you look at this Whitby team, you know they're the defending champs, and it's easy to see why. They execute well, they understand the scenario and execute accordingly, as Ellerton's going to change direction there. Defender on him, flip. Bergsma going to have to hurry. Bergsma fends off a defender, and Boissonneau flips it back. Good pressure by the Steelhawks. Full court. Woodland dumps it down. That gets knocked down by Weller. Woodland trying to scoop it. Weller in the mix. It's a 2-on-1 now for Whitby. Weller has Osborne with him. Osborne to the net. Bouncer stopped though by Cosgrove. Rebound picked up. Drake Smith had it, lost it, scooped up, and now the Riverwolves get it ahead. And then give it right back. Merry Christmas. And now Whitby looking to return the favor, and that's going to be a penalty call. So that's going to be it looks like a boarding the sign there. And so Cody, it looks like, I'm not sure if that's Cody Hamley or if that's Mark DeBrone, so he went in hard. It looks like Patrick Morrow is going to head to the penalty box. So that is the call, boarding the call, 2 minutes. And Whitby now back to work with the man advantage. So Paris not helping their own cause with 4:16 to play here in the 3rd. They've got some work to do. Look for Whitby, of course, to try to extend this lead. Up by 3. Pfeiffer able to inch real close there, and not quite sure you want to do that. I'm not quite sure why that was even in the game plan. He just scored one from there, and he adds another. So Devin Pfeiffer, when you don't learn the lesson the first time, do it again. 4th power play goal for the Steelhawks. Initially it was the Riverwolves that were capitalizing to keep themselves in it, but right now discipline the focus here, and I think Paris has to get refocused now, trailing by 4. Off the draw, Boissonneau hits the trailer, and taken down hard was Luke Keenan, but manages to hang on. Hanrahan behind the net. Kick it out, looking for Goodchild, does a good job to haul in a tough backhand pass. They'll swing it around. Osborne, tough angle, changes it, sidearm, stopped by Cosgrove. Rebound, good job by Newbro. Bounces Keenan off that, but runs into Osborne, and he gets taken down. Osborne now. Osborne tucks it in the corner. Liam Ozzy Osborne, 2nd of the game. And the Steelhawks extend their lead now to 12-7. So opportunities and composure big here. It looks like, I'm not sure, official Seb Bedoin has made a gesture for an unsportsmanlike, and it looks like it's going against Paris, so I would assume it's a bench penalty. Got to get someone in the box, and so it is a bench minor. And it'll go to Jamie Dubrick. So another power play opportunity for the Steelhawks as they have taken a stranglehold here on this game now. Largest lead of 5. So a very good third quarter for the defending champs. It was 2-0 Paris after 1. 6-5 Whitby at the half. And now we're at 12-7. Kiernan, backhand, bouncer, stopped by Cosgrove. Cosgrove, the reason this game is just a 5-goal lead, he has been outstanding. Kiernan, give and go, in tight. Good work there defensively, but scooped up by Steelhawks. 5 on the shot clock. Pfeiffer goes to it. He rings it off the iron, and they'll let it go over the line and collect it. So a minute left in the man advantage. And Kiernan will bring it up over the timeline. Looking for that gap and try to take something off, but nothing doing by Orpana. That one's picked off by, good job there by Kiernan to stay in the box, retrieve that, avoid a too many men call, and he'll go back to quarterbacking the final 30 seconds here. Orpana had an opening, slides it back. Kieran, my goodness. He almost put that through the net as that underhand, ever so dangerous. Another power play goal for Whitby. That's their 5th of the game. On the board for the first time is Kiernan. And the lead now 13-7. So Whitby has done a really good job here in this third quarter. They have stepped front and center and have looked like the defending champs they are. So the bench minor cost the Riverwolves 1. Minute 48 to go here, third quarter. Off the drop, Bergsma. But it's collected by the Steelhawks. They seem to be all over every loose ball. Orpana on that, gets bounced off the boards. Ball still loose behind the net. Picked up by the Steelhawks. Battle going Newbros. Picked up Orpana. Rolls off. Good defense by Bergsma. Gets some help from Brown. Brown takes a couple of shoves. Ball still loose on the boards. Shot clock winding down. And it will belong to the Riverwolves. Good defensive stand there with 1:11 to go. See if they can build on this here. They'll get it over the timeline, and Simonelli now. Woodland. Woodland lets it go. Woodland finds the mark. So something positive for the Riverwolves. And finding that mark after sort of honing his scope is Curtis Woodland for his first of the game. 13-8 with 55 seconds left here in this third quarter. So a 4-goal run by the Steelhawks. They have a comfortable 13-8 lead, but we know when it comes to the fastest game on 2 feet that no lead is really safe unless it's double digits. Into the final minute here, down. Loose. Osborne takes a hard hit from Newbro. Osborne keeps on ticking. Osborne comes out of that scrum. Liam Osborne barrels his way in. Tried to slide that sidearm, but well over the net. And Drake Smith now. So the Riverwolves dodge a bullet there. A 1 second differential. Shot and game clock. Woodland. Kick out. Has a man. Campbell barrels his way and gets to take it away. Weller now the other way with 6 seconds to go. Weller has Keaton with him. Weller, Keaton, Weller, back of the net. 1.4 on the clock, and the Steelhawks strike again. I tell you, you got to look at Luke Keenan and you got to tip your hat to him as he did everything in his power to make sure that Weller was going to get that shot and had no problem sharing the ball. And that's what this game is about. And well executed on that transition opportunity by the Whitby Steelhawks. And 3/4 officially in the books. 14-8. Defending champs back with the fourth. Locked and loaded for the fourth quarter. A 14-8 lead in favor of the Whitby Steelhawks. Back to work. It's kicked back. Fishing for it, and the Riverwolves almost had it. Pfeiffer touched it. It's knocked ahead, and the Riverwolves will pick it up. It's Brown. He's stripped. Newbro going to have to run under it, but great hustle there, and some great work by Nate Woods. Still loose. And we'll see. So possession belongs to Whitby. They'll kick it back out. So expect the Steelhawks now to be a little more deliberate in this final 15 minutes here, holding this 6-goal lead. Instead, Kiernan lets one fly, and the carom goes all the way into the other end. Heads or shot, stopped by Coot. And Highland now will slow it up. You look at what Lucas Coot has done after one game, allowed 8 goals. He's right at that mark, and if you're a netminder in this sport and your goals against is under 10, you're doing an unbelievable job. Boyle back out there on the curl around. Nice ducking on the underhand. Tried to slip it through, but no fooling Cosgrove on that one. Good attempt from Kiernan. And now it's going to be brought up and moved up on a tough pass in traffic, but handled by the Riverwolves. Swing over. Schooley out there, but limping a bit. Merritt now. Merritt tees it up. Tried to slide that past Coot, and we're going to have a penalty. It looks like it is going to certainly go to Whitby. So slashing's going to be the call, and it's going to be Cody Hamley, the guilty party. So Paris, if they're going to mount a little bit of a run, now's the time. 3 for 6 with the man advantage, so they've been good on the power play. And they'll go back to work now. Woodland! So Woodland, sight set, reset, and set again as he delivers one more time for the second time in this game. Another power play goal notched by Paris, as that's what's kept them in this one, and it's 14-9. Just in case you may have missed it, yesterday, opening up week 2 in the Arenalacrosseleague, it was the Toronto Monarchs. 13-9 winners over the Ohsweken Bears. Following this one, the second of our doubleheader here on this Sunday afternoon will feature the Oshawa Outlaws and the Six Nations Snipers. Boissonneau looking to shed a defender, curls back around, kicks it back out. Bergsma doing some good job. Orpana, great move to create some space and throws it away. So Bergsma's going to hustle this down. Over and back to call as Keenan does a good job to hustle out there. Bergsma to the trailer. Backdoor Simonelli, stopped by Coote. So Lucas Coote doing what he does. Whitby counters the other way. Backdoor, Pfeiffer, wrong stick side. He'll look in traffic, weave his way out of there, and they'll set things up now with Orpana. He gets chased onto the boards. Ducks in, hangs on to it, goes down. Not quite sure. There should have been a call there. I thought that was just some good cross check. Fighting for it now, Smith. And a good job by the Riverwolves to hold their own and force the turnover. Harrison Brooks doing a good job, and now Simonelli. Simonelli ran into Woodland. Woodland bailed him out, couldn't tuck it in. Woodland trying to go far side, but Coote closed it off, leaking out again. Good outlet. Looking for Highland. Highland, backdoor, has a man. Right stick side, bottom corner finish. Cameron York out of the back door picks up his second of the game. So once again, transition offense perfectly executed by Whitby. Tell you, it doesn't take much. They are good. You even leave that door open a sliver and the Steelhawks will jam their foot in there and make you pay. (15-9). We're under 12 minutes to go here, final quarter. Morgan battling for it, gets it back into Brome. So Steelhawks will set it up now. And they'll work it over to the right side. One-on-one, size mismatch, but great job by Ellerton, who's an outstanding defender. Orpana runs this one down with 10 on the shot clock. Slips it back to work. Aston tries to twister. Nothing doing. Cosgrove closed that off. Orpana will get a 20-second reset. He'll look. They'll kick it back out. Change on the fly. Hanrahan flies out to that right side. Orpana has some room. Looking for the screen. Gets it. Lets it go. Rebound picked up. Backhand kick out. And I tell you, Kiernan, and how about a double pump dunk attempt? Nothing doing. Cosgrove stymied Goodchild, and now it's Newbro. Dari Newbro, one of those guys on the Riverwolves that takes care of a lot of the unseen stuff. Simonelli, back out. Brown. He'll work it. Merritt trying to duck in. Boissonneau wrapped on him. Got it in tight, underhand, stop. Coote down and out as that ball finds the back of the net. So great job by Simonelli as he will keep the Riverwolves in this game with his third. So opportunities, Paris has to take advantage of all of them. Didn't bring a separate headset. Some guys just always have something to say. I don't know what else to tell you, but clearly we have to find some work for him because he's a little bored. Boissonneau slips it over. Good job to pull that right back out with plenty of time in the shot clock. Now it's Hanrahan. Osborne looking to roll in. Osborne shot wide of the mark. That's going to carry him into the Whitby bench. And we'll go up the other way. Paris ball right at the 10-minute mark. 5-goal game here. 15-10. Simonelli. See if Paris has a late push here. Going to have to stay out of the box if they're going to do something. Campbell. Campbell. Mismatch. Ducks in. Stopped by Coote. Rebound picked up. And Highland again. Backdoor. Finish. Great save, Cosgrove. As Kiernan got a little airborne looking for the far side, but Cosgrove closed that off. Weller puts the pressure, gets kicked back out, swung around, all the way around. That shovel attempt, nothing doing there. Campbell with 10 on the shot clock. Flipped it in the middle and then found no one except the Steelhawks, and trotting over the line is Woods. Woods had himself a fine game today. Wrong stick side, tried to go 5-hole. The only option he had from that angle, and Ellerton now. So both these two teams here look a bit winded, and they should. The pace has been torrid for 3 quarters straight. Merritt trying to shed Osborne, 10 on the shot clock. Campbell working around right side. Schooley had it taken away. Osborne now is going to go in alone. Liam Osborne. Osborne, bounce shot finish. So as always, Liam Osborne leading by example, picks up his 3rd of the game. Another transition goal for the Steelhawks. And more importantly, it's a 6-goal lead. So Paris, I think, may be running out of a bit of steam here, as Whitby has been relentless with the pressure. And off the draw, they picked that one up and teetering on that line, but getting it over. And it gets knocked back down. So some good work by Brandon Hushman. And I'm glad I got the correct pronunciation of his name and got it right, Mr. Hushman. My apologies for last week. And we'll make sure it's rectified going forward. Riverwolves trying for something. Had a notion to duck in was Diabo. Campbell skips it with 7 on the shot clock. Diabo chased out. Good defense as the Steelhawks tighten the D, and now they pick it back up, and backdoor. That one knocked down. Great job to slow it up. So Drake Smith did everything in his power just to get a piece of that. Steelhawks now will set up shop. We're under 7.5 to go. Good duck and move. McGregor stopped though by Cosgrove. Rebound picked up. Fresh 20 with the fight dog. Pfeiffer is going to bring it back around and swing it over to the left. Kiernan looking for something. Kiernan goes to the shot right on, and Cosgrove does a good job to smother it. And an outlet flip to Ellerton. No numbers for the Riverwolves. Nothing doing back door. And now they'll go to Campbell. Delayed penalty coming this time to the Steelhawks. Campbell with 8 on the shot clock. No look pass, looking for Simonelli. Can't gather it, and that, with just under 6.5 to go, will take us to our final officials timeout. So after our final officials timeout, got clarification, and it looks like an interference call to Devin Pfeiffer, and then he had too much to say after that, picked up another 2. So 4 minutes. So Paris now has a chance here to make some noise with under 6.5. Power play to work. They've already been good with the man advantage. That bouncer goes up and high. Great job to go airborne. Sky to get that and pick the top corner. How about that from Diabo? 4th goal of the game. 4th power play goal as well, and that was very impressive. I don't know what was better, the hang time or the accuracy on the shot on the quick replant. So looks like 2 minutes will quickly go off that clock. There'll still be another 2, and if Paris can pocket one here, they'll sure make things interesting down the stretch. So I said fourth power play goal, but actually it was Paris's fifth power play goal of the game. Now they got a chance here. Campbell. He'll work it to the right side. Kick it over. Merritt in tight Simonelli, but that's blocked. Good job defensively by the Steelhawks. 2-on-1. Boissonneau with him. And instead keeping it himself was Morgan. Good save by Cosgrove, but Morgan collects the loose ball. So great work by Morgan, able to regain possession for Whitby and a chance here to burn some clock, and that's going to be an extra 2 and another 2, and Whitby doing everything in their power to make it interesting. Well, I think that head coach Ryan Duggan has already been very vocal in this game and gotten away with a lot. This time, Delaney Dupont had enough. So they'll be down 2 for at least 2 minutes, potentially 4. So that's the case. Not sure why there's so much chatter going on when you're up by 5 goals. But Whitby seems to be making this a bit of a habit here. So 1:13 left in the initial penalty. It'll be a 5-on-3 for that amount of time and 4 minutes up on the clock. So we're going to just get some clarification here. Not sure, but Joel Furman is going to head over to the box. And that is the case. So they needed another player in the box, Whitby. So those 2 minors fill the bench. That will mean that Paris is awarded a penalty shot here. So there's 1:12 and 2 minutes. And it looks like it's going to be Diabo that's going to go head-to-head against Lucas Coote. So some interesting developments late in this one here. 5:22 to go, and taking some sorting out. If there was a little bit more discipline on the side of Whitby, this scenario would not have occurred. But either way, it's going to be Diabo and Coote. I'm not sure what the discussion is over at the Paris bench. It's not like you can decline the penalty. So this is the way it's going to shape out here. Paris with a chance to close the gap. Diabo, Coote. Diabo off the crossbar. So a little help from his friend, the Iron, Lucas Coote, as Diabo comes up just a little short on something that could have really made a difference, closed the gap to 4. Instead, now Paris will have to go back to work with a man advantage. So it'll be a 5-on-3 still for 1:12, and then the remainder of that second minor. So in the Arenalacrosseleague, if you get 3 consecutive penalties like that coincide with each other, instead of putting 3 in the box, the opposing team gets a penalty shot. So Paris now with a chance here. Time a factor. Campbell working with Merritt on that left side. Safety's back. They're going to go 4-on-3. Simonelli, quick over, knock down Boissonneau. He takes a hit. Boissonneau, and going to be a penalty coming to Paris. Boissonneau still has it. Boissonneau barrels it, takes the bouncer, goes off the post. Boissonneau doing a great job. He'll flip they'll look to kill some time on a delayed penalty. So hats off to Matty Boysono. That was an outstanding defensive effort. Going for a run with 6 on the shot clock. Osborne going to try to make him pay with 4. Osborne right on, stopped by Cosgrove. So we are going to get a timeout called on the play. We will get you the details on the penalty. 4:36 to go. Short break. Simonelli in the box. We'll be right back. So we're going to have a 4-on-3 scenario here. So double slashing call. And now to work go the Steelhawks. Kiernan, flip out. Orpana, back to work, and bit hog-tied there, but that's going to be a crease call. Cosgrove now is going to look to move it up to Newbro. Under 4.5 to go. 5-goal difference. Paris, backdoor, got a man. Get it to a belt shot, stopped though by Coote. Osborne's going to pick it up. Going to be a penalty call there, as looks like it's going to be an interference call, and it might go to Hamley. So we'll see. If it goes to Hamley, then that's going to be a penalty shot, and that is the case. So it's actually going to go to Osborne, and that's going to give Paris another penalty shot here with 4:11 to go. So if you're looking for some bang for your buck or some entertainment value, you're certainly going to get it here. So it looks like this time Caden Merritt is going to get the call. Merritt, Coote. Merritt picks the corner. So Caden Merritt, on a costly interference call, closed the gap now to 16-12 with a whole heap of time left and a whole heap of guys in the box. So 1 second left in the initial penalty, 49 seconds left in the other penalty to Whitby. A minute 35 left in both the slashing minors. So we're still right now playing some 3-on-3 lacrosse. So lots of room out on that carpet. Now it's a 4-on-3, and Pfeiffer, right place, right time. Steelhawks now looking to add another. Need some insurance. Under 4 minutes to go. Kierman at the top. Slides over, kicks it. Pfeiffer thought about it, works it down low. In, out, Osborne over cradled. Ball loose. 6 on the shot clock. Osborne, good pass across. Fake and buried. That was a beauty on the finish. So a great job by Liam Osborne to find the open man, and that happened to be Luke Keenan. So Keenan will pick up another power play goal. 6 for 8 with the man advantage are the Steelhawks. And now we're going to go back to 4-on-4. So 17-11 the score. I've got 12 on my counter. Not quite sure. We'll get some clarification there. As Boysono off the draw. We'll kick it over, swinging around, Fife. 6 seconds left now in the Whitby penalty. They'll go to the power play. It'll be a brief one, just 45 seconds. But time is on the side of the Steelhawks. That one was a cannon. So Kiernan has bulged the twine for the second time. That's his 7th goal of the season. And we're in week 2. And it's 18-12. So clearly, if there is a lesson to be learned for both these teams, special teams, the difference. And boy, you talk about the ability to sway momentum. That's what it does. Ellerton twisters, try to go short side. Coote the save there. Through the crease, will give it to Whitby, and they'll quickly move it up. Pfeiffer can't handle it, Newbro, but Pfeiffer gets it back and pulls it right back out. Good, smart play there, Devin Pfeiffer. Boy, I tell you, this Fife Dog crew, they got a high lacrosse IQ. McGregor stopped point blank, though, by Cosgrove. Outlet pass, and that's going to be interference. And possession will belong to Paris. That one taken away as Boissonneau now will zip it across. Weller ran into a wall in Bergsma. Campbell now, Boissonneau, maybe the tallest and the shortest, but Boissonneau will never back down, and Paris now with Simonelli. Didn't have a whole lot to work with. Campbell now with some room. No sense in picking your spot. You got to go now if you're Paris. Diabo. Trying to get some room. Gets a screen. Swinging around. Campbell. 5 on the shot clock. Campbell. Boissonneau on him. Campbell gets it off. Coote makes the save, and then Merritt battling Coote. Coote outside of his crease, and he's hitting everything that moves. Instead, Highland comes away, and it'll go over the timeline. Quinn Highland. Brown forcing him over, teetering on that line. Good job of getting it back and creating some space. That shot, not sure what exactly Boyle was doing there, but he had an idea. That's going to get kicked away, and now it's going to get moved up by Paris. So time winding down on the Riverwolves, knocked down on a good defensive play. And it's aired out deep, and a breakaway chance here for Kiernan, and he makes good one more time for his third of the game. Had to get, last time Kiernan's name was incorrectly spelt, and I was calling him Kierman. Now Kiernan got that cleared up, and they told me before the game, make sure that I got it right, because I should be saying it quite a bit, and that has been the case here in this ball game. So just over a minute left. Steelhawks in control, just a minute away from improving their record to 2-0. Off the draw, Ellerton, great job to swim his way, but right back into the double team, had that pop loose. And now with under a minute, Pfeiffer. Going to be smart about it here and keep it well away. Whitby has no need to do anything near that net. This is the time. You don't want any injuries, don't want any suspensions, anything like that. You just want to run out the clock, and 6 on the shot clock. Or Pata will finish it off with a deadly underhand 5-hole. So what we've seen here today has been impressive in itself. Whitby 6 of 8 on the power play. You look at Paris, 5 for 8 with the man advantage. So both teams have been good with the extra man, but Whitby just a little better 5-on-5 in their transition offense. The difference here in this game as this clock is going to wind down. So game 3 of week 2 in the Arenalacrosseleague will go down as a 20-12 win for the Whitby Steelhawks. With that, they go to 2-0. The Riverwolves 0-1. We want to remind you, stick around as we wrap up week 2 with the Oshawa Outlaws and the Six Nations Snipers. On behalf of JVI Productions, the Arenalacrosseleague, I'm Lance Wynn. See you soon.